Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Hello, everybody. Hope you're all okay. Welcome to Friday, and it is our weekly Facebook Live with this week the wonderful Sophie from Mermaid Treasures, who is who has made us a fabulous Halloween inspired project. So we know Halloween is just next week, and I'm sure some of you are making some cards for friends and family, or perhaps thinking about it. So hopefully this week our craft along is all about giving you lots of inspiration for that. So I'm just going to check and see if everything looks okay, which it does. Awesome. So for those of you new to watching, we go live every week on our Facebook page to kind of give you some inspiration, tutorials and demonstrations of products that we stock here at Hobbybase, and hopefully give you a bit of fun and, as I said, access to some great crafters. So if you've got any questions, do pop them in the comments box for us, and I'll keep monitoring as Sophie crafts, and I can ask her anything that you like. If you are watching, please give us a hello and pop your name in the comments box as well. Tell us where you're watching from, because I love to give you all shout outs and say hi. And here's Troy. Hi, Troy.
Hi, Troy.
Oh, and also, have we got our speaker? I just suddenly thought. We were so prepared. I thought, oh, one thing. Hi, Sarah. Good morning.
Morning.
And hi, Lynn. Good morning. Everyone can hear us, see us, and everything okay this week? We hope so. Do give us a thumbs up if you can see and hear and everything's all good. Invite your friends along, so share this video with your friends and family if you think they would enjoy watching. And this week, without further ado, as I said, we are doing some Halloween themed projects this week at Hobbybase, both on our pre-records. We're doing something that could be Halloweeny but also festive focused, and we've got a live craft along using the Thinlits Halloween set. So I really like this one. Sophie, let's talk us through what you're going to be doing today.
Okie dokie. So this is the card that we're going to be making. It's got a fun little Halloween cat on the front, but then when you open it up, you can see it pops open.
It's so cool.
To reveal surprise inside.
Love it.
And this sort of design you could use for any sort of card. It'd be great for your Christmas cards, birthday cards, literally anything.
Celebration.
And it's a really fun. It's, you know, again, not the sort of thing that you're going to see in the shops.
Yeah, I love it.
Extra bit of fun.
Yeah, awesome. So that's our card today, using, as I said, the Thinlits Halloween set. We've got a couple of these, so if you are still thinking about what Halloween cards you can make, we've got a couple of sets still available on the website. So these are the codes, and we'll also pop a link into the comments for you with to a page on our website with all our Halloween focused products. So if you are looking for shopping around, looking to shop for your Halloween stuff, then we'll pop a link in the comments. But without further ado, let's crack on, shall we? And get crafting.
We shall. Okay, so we've got quite a lot of elements that we're going to need to make for this one. So make sure you've got your die cutting machine out, because that is the primary elements that we're going to be using for this card. I'm going to be using a square black card base that measures, it's a 5-inch square card. So if you wanted to make that from just a piece of black card, you just need a piece that is 10 inches long, 5 inches wide, and then fold it in half.
Cool.
Super easy to do that if you don't have any card blanks. So the first thing we're going to make is we're going to make our pop-up element for the center of the card, and for that we're going to need a 6-inch square piece of black card.
Okay.
So I'm just going to measure that out now.
So what are you doing for Halloween? Anything fun?
Well, we shall take our my 2-year-old son trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
Our local neighbourhood is really good with that. He's also having a Halloween themed day at nursery, and I've got some little Halloween cupcake toppers, so we're also going to do some baking at home.
Oh,
so we're going to do lots of things, probably do some pumpkin carving with Daddy as well.
Lovely.
So I think we'll be a busy day doing lots of Halloween
inspired.
Yes.
Cool. Let us know what you guys are doing if you celebrate Halloween. In fact, somebody's asking me recently, like, what do you do? Do you do anything ever? I was like, no, I don't think I do really. And I don't have children, so I don't have to go out trick or treating. Well, I could, but that would be probably get little looks. So I tend to just stay in and watch scary movies. That's kind of my little routine, if you like, the way I kind of watch celebrate Halloween. But let us know what you guys do out there when you're watching. I'd be very interested to know. I know it's really big in America, so some of our American viewers will probably be doing lots to celebrate.
Yes, I've got some friends in America, and they've been posting pictures of the houses in their local area, and they are just like insane, the amount of decorations that they've got there.
I love it.
Okay, so I've got my piece of 6x6 card. Now, if you've got a scoreboard, you can do some scoring to make these lines, but I'm just going to show you how you can do it without it for anybody who doesn't have a scoreboard. Cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to need to we need a line scored down the middle horizontally and vertically, and then we're going to need one diagonal as well. So if you measure it out with your scoreboard, it's going to be 3 inches down the sides.
Okay.
But because we've got a square, it's super easy to just fold it to create our score line.
Okay, just fold it in half, both sides.
Yeah. And then we're going to do one fold going from corner to corner to make a triangle. But we only want to do the corner to corner once.
Okay.
So you end up, when you look at your piece of paper, you've got a line going all the way across from one corner to corner, and then almost like a cross. Then you don't want to score from the other corner, if that makes sense. And that is going to form, that's our centerpiece.
Cool.
There.
That's quite easy.
Yeah, super easy. So I'm just going to make sure those are all nice and scored. So then what we're going to do is you just want to take your corners. So we're going to have it shape of a diamond. Hold on to these 2 corners here, and you want this line here so that the card is kind of peaking this way, so it's making like 2 mountains this way, and then you're just going to fold it in.
How cool.
To make a square. So that is your pop-up element. So that is what will then go inside our cards. So we're now going to decorate these. So we're going to need, I've gone for green and orange colours for my Halloween card because I think that's very traditional colours, but you could go for purple and orange. That's another good Halloween combination.
Definitely.
And I'm going to be using the first edition Fiesta Fever paper.
Oh yeah, I like those ones. And
there's some really jazzy papers in here, but I'm actually going to be using 2 of the most basic ones in here. I'm going to be using the orange and a green, which you can see on the, you probably can't see on here, but they have got very slight detailing. Texture, it's not just a plain colour, it has got some texture to it. So we're going to use those ones to cut out our elements for here.
Oh, I'm getting lots of love on the Facebook Live, lots of reactions. Thank you everybody. Lynn is saying that's really cool. It's given her ideas for Christmas cards.
Oh, that's good.
That's what we like to hear.
Right, now we're going to make squares that are slightly smaller than the actual squares that we've got here, just so we create a nice black border between all our colours to make them really pop out. So I've just measured them, and each square is 7 centimetres, which, if you want that in inches, is 2 and 6/8. So 2 and 6/8 of an inch.
Cool.
Or as I say,
particular.
yeah, 7 inches. 7 centimetres, sorry. So I'm going to measure out those on here, and we're going to need 2 squares of each colour, which you'll be able to get out of each sheet of paper.
Thanks to everybody who's watching, by the way. Just going to pop on live now to say, I am live, pop in onto the camera to say hello and thank you for joining us. We've got about 8 or 9 viewers at the moment, so if you are enjoying what you see, do share this video and tag any friends or family that love to craft as well, or anybody that you know who needs some inspiration for Halloween next week. And let us know where you're crafting from by popping, as I said, popping us a comment in the box below. And if you've got any questions, thoughts, let us know. As I said, we would love to hear them and answer. So do get engaged and talk to us during the video.
So I'm using the 6x6 paper pad, so you can get from one sheet, you'd be able to make 4 squares. So you can make 2 cards with each sheet. Although we will also be using this paper as offcuts. So we are gonna make sure we use everything. So I'm just gonna cut out my
Morning,
squares.
Deborah. We've got Deborah joining us from Baltimore, funnily enough.
Wow.
So welcome, Deborah, thanks for joining. As you can see, we are doing a spooky Halloween themed project this morning. And we were actually just mentioning about how we know that in America it's quite a big thing, Halloween. So we would love to know if you've got your house decorated, what you tend to do on Halloween. Let us know, that'd be awesome. Thank you, Troy. Troy says that the screen quality is all good, the viewing quality today, so that's brilliant. Thanks for letting us know.
Fab. Right, so I've got 4 squares now, 2 of each colour. Now 2 of these squares, 1 of each colour, we're just going to cut in half along the diagonal to make triangles. So I'm just going to line it up. Okay, so now we've got all our elements to stick onto our base. So I'm just going to use some double-sided tape to stick these down.
Good old sticky tape.
Yep, love a bit of sticky tape. So you'll see that you've got a little bit of a border just
I like
all the way around.
Like you said, it really helps, it lifts the colour, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does, yeah. I think black can really help where you've got quite bright colours. It just helps to really make the colours
stand
pop.
out. Yeah.
Just got a little bit of pencil mark on there.
That's your pencil done.
Yeah.
Your assistant will get you another one.
Thanks. And for the triangles, we're going to stick them so that the opposite colours are next to each other. So you've got orange next to green all the way around, so we don't have 2 colours the same next to each other.
I don't have a pencil, but I'm sure James or Sam
Doing
will
well.
bring
My
me a pencil.
My tape's run out as well, so we're doing well this morning. So
Well,
I've got my
some
I've
tape.
got my glue.
Definitely got some tape.
I'll try that. That one looks like he's about to run out too.
Oh no.
Well, I've got my glue pen, so it's fine. Yeah, he's gone. Right.
I like this one. That's run out. Is that working?
No, he looks all right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yay.
Back in
okay.
business.
Woohoo!
Right.
Go back in. I'll chuck that one out. Thanks. Here you go. Lovely. Sam has bought us some pencils. Ta-da!
Perfect. That's what happens when it's live TV.
I love it. It's a team effort.
Yeah.
That one doesn't work. That one's a bit funny, that tape. I think. Oh, it's because it's broken, I think. Check that one out. And guys, actually, while Sophie's sticking, next Wednesday we're live again. So we are with Joe next week on Halloween, 10 a.m. We've got a very special Halloween craft along for you, so do join us at 10 a.m. on Wednesday because you're gonna like it a lot.
Right, so I've stuck down all my elements, you can see, and it will still fold down closed like that.
Cool, nice, that looks really good.
So now we need our Halloween elements, and again I'm sticking to a very simple colour palette. So again, we're going to pick up the black, the green and the orange, and then a nice white skull and crossbones, but obviously you can put on whichever designs you want. This is just what I've gone through. So now we're going to have to get the die cutting machine out. I've brought my little portable one.
Cool.
And I hope that it will be a bit quicker. I've already got a little pumpkin cut out.
Lovely. So this is using, guys, the Thinlits Halloween set that Sophie's using now, about to start die cutting.
Just going to try and make sure I cut out all my elements I need for each colour in one go, just so that it's a bit quicker. I'm using some nice washi tape just to hold my dies in place.
Lovely
so that they don't move around while I'm cutting them.
We've also got a kind of matching or alternative Thinlits die set here as well.
I'm just going to cut out all the elements that we're going to need for our card. So,
cool. So which bits have you gone for? You haven't used all of them, have you? There's quite a few in that set, isn't there?
I've used across the whole card. I've used all of them.
Okay, cool. Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, I think I've used all of them. So we're just gonna pop out our elements. Okay, so you can see I've used the leftover green from the middle of the card for that one. So let's move on to orange now. What do we need that's orange? Got the pumpkin. Nothing. That's okay then. Right. I need some black now. I'm going to need a few black bats.
Yeah.
And cauldron. And the
cat and the bat.
So we're going to have to run the bats through a couple of times.
So if you're just joining us and you haven't seen the card that we are making today at the moment, it's this Halloween themed pop-up. It's not an easel card, but it's like a 3D pop-up.
Yeah, and
Really
it will
like it.
sit once it's open. It will
Ah, cool.
It will
Does
sit up.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
So
I really like it.
that's handy. Not much space to write a message on there, so you could probably do it on the back of the card.
Yeah.
Or kind of right around the elements, but
Or
then
down in the corner.
Right, let's get those pressed out. It's a good idea to have your kind of colour scheme worked out, what shapes you want cut out in each colour, so you're not continually going back and forth.
Yeah, absolutely.
This die cutting can be quite a lengthy process depending on how many elements you've got. And the good thing is with the washi tape, let me see where I've used it to hold the dies in place. It doesn't stick to your card, it doesn't leave a mark, so you can remove it without causing any issues to the element that you've pressed out. I always use washi tape when I'm die cutting. Right. Where did the back go? There he is.
Got him.
Yeah. How many more bats do we need? Right, so we just quickly cut out 2 more bats.
Excellent. Oh, hi Diane. Diane's watching. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Lovely stuff.
Right. That's those elements. Now we're going to need, let's do the skull and crossbones because that's for the inside, and then that bit is done. I've already made a skull.
I like
So
how
now we'll
you're
just
usually
do the
such a tidy
bones.
crafter.
Oh yeah, not today.
And today it's like, whoa!
Yeah.
So Sophie is our decoupage queen as well. We do a lot of decoupage with Sophie, which is why one of the reasons why we absolutely love having her on the design team, because we've not done much we haven't done much decoupage in the past, and it's been really fun to start introducing those projects into our videos, both live and pre-record. So if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, do go over there because there's tons of videos that you can watch for more inspiration and tutorials as well. So it's hobbybase.tv, or search for Hobbybase UK on YouTube, or you can check out the video tab on Facebook, and we've kind of categorised them into little playlists for you. So loads of Sophie's videos are on there.
Right. I think we've got all of the elements we need for the inside of our card. Right. So move these out the way for a bit, so I know what I'm doing.
Nice.
Right, so because these dies are all quite thin and fiddly,
Yeah.
I'm going to use my glue pen. This is really good. I've used this pen before on the craft alongs. The glue comes out blue so you can see where it is, but then it dries clear, and it's really good where you've got these fiddly dies. You can literally just draw around your marks or the gaps in your design.
Cool.
Now, when you start sticking your elements on, one thing to remember is the card is going to be opening up so that it's a diamond rather than a square. So make sure you've got your card like that. It's in the diamond shape, and your elements are going on so they're sitting on the diamond rather than a square. Otherwise it's all going to be wonky when the card opens up.
Sam Clayton has joined us. Hi Sam.
Hi Sam.
Thanks for joining. We are creating some spooky Halloween themed cards today, or one card. Yeah, and we're using the Thinlit Halloween sets. So keep it on the diagonal, I like that.
Yeah. I put one of these cards together and forgot and left it on the square, and I had to remove all the pieces and shift them so that it didn't look silly when the card opened up.
I really like that glue pen as well. So it's great for those smaller.
Oh yeah, it's so handy.
Pieces of dye, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just going to stick all my elements on here, just keeping the theme of using the opposite colours again so that they all stand out.
Lovely job. A squash card. That's what Sam's called it. A squash card.
Squash card.
Lots of fun. Yeah, they are. It's really cute. And like Sophie was saying, I like the way it stands up even when it's opened. It's really effective.
You can, this die set has got loads of different images, so you could, you know, make whatever theme you like. You could create a nice little scene.
Yeah, that's very true. You could. You something more traditional lead. And that's the other set that they do from Sizzix.
Yeah, they've got some great Halloween themed items. So you can see once you've got all the elements cut out, if you're using one of these glue pens, it is super quick to get all your elements down. It's just getting them cut out first. But once you've, so say if you work out kind of what colours you want everything to be, it can be a little bit quicker. So now I'm just going to put 2 bats on, and then that is our centre of the card done.
Nice.
I love these little bats. I think they're
They are very cute. The little face.
They look like happy, cheery little bats
Yeah.
rather than scary
rather
bats.
than scary bats.
So you would probably want to leave your card to dry for a bit, but as we're live, we don't have that luxury.
How long would you say usually you need to allow to dry?
This glue is pretty good. I would say probably within kind of 10-15 minutes you're going to get a good hold on everything. Okay, so that's our centre made.
Lovely.
So I'm just going to put that to one side and let that dry for a little bit while we make the front of the card.
Nice. So now I'm moving on to this piece here.
Yeah. So now we're going to make the front. So I've got jazzy little cat with a witch's hat on.
Nice.
Another little bat. And then I put some stars around as well, just because we're flying through the night sky. So our first element, I'm just going to cut out 2 squares from orange and green. Again, obviously keeping with the theme. So I'm just going to check what size those are. So those are 3.5 inches, which is 9 centimeters square. So I've just got some card just from my own card stock, some green and some orange, which I'm hoping got enough left. Yeah. So yeah, we just want 2 9cm squares.
Sam, have you been doing any Halloween projects over on your channel? Do let us know so we can, and share the link with us. We'd love to have a look. I know you're doing a lot of work on festive projects at the moment, but yeah, it'd be great to see if you've done anything Halloweeny. In fact, if anybody's actually making Halloween cards, as I said, we know it's a big thing in America, but do you send Halloween cards to anybody in the UK? Let us know.
Sam made an amazing clock recently.
Oh, right, okay.
With the paper pad.
Oh, cool.
Which I thought was a very clever use of paper.
Oh, awesome. She's a very talented lady.
She is indeed.
And I like how you do a lot of your scoring and cutting and shaping with a pencil and a ruler. It just goes to show that you don't need to have all these, all these pieces of equipment, scoreboards, etc. In order to do it.
No, you definitely don't. Sometimes the extra tools can be nice, but this just shows you don't. And I'm using a guillotine here to cut the card, but scissors.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fine. Although I think for getting straight lines, sometimes this can be a little bit nicer, and you can get fairly small ones for a really good price.
Yeah.
Like I've had one for years from when we made our own wedding invitations.
Oh, cool.
And you can pick them up really cheap. And yeah, they're a good little crafting tool to have. You don't have to have a massive one like this. Right, so I've got my 2 pieces of card here. Now when we start putting together our card, make sure that you've got your card so it's opening from the bottom upwards, not like a traditional card sideways.
Okay.
You need to make sure you've got it orientated the right way before you start sticking anything on.
Awesome.
So make sure it's that way.
Sam says her clock is ticking away nicely on her craft room wall.
Excellent.
Thanks for sharing that link, Sam. Everybody do have a look afterwards, won't you?
So I'm going to stick the green triangle on at a diagonal. And then the orange square is going to sit and look just like a square. I'll try and make sure that's centered.
Nice.
Right, now before we cut out our elements, I'm going to stick my centre piece in. Now to do this, you need to fold it back so that it's a square.
Yep.
And then on your on both sides, so top and bottom, we're going to put some double-sided tape.
Okay.
And then it's going to sit inside the card with the top point along your score line.
In the middle.
And if you want to make sure that it's centered, we can measure along here. So we know, so the card is 5 inches. So if we just make a mark at 2.5 inches, then we know that that's where the point of our card needs to be. So then when it's stuck, you've got the top stuck there and the bottom stuck like that. So I'm just going to put some double-sided tape on each one.
Fab, thank you, Sam. Sam shared a couple of links for some more Halloweeny tutorials using the wonderful festive Fiesta Fever pad. double-sided, and that's strong enough to hold that as well. That's good.
Yep.
Wow.
There you go.
So cool.
So now we are just going to create some elements to go on the front of the card, and I thought it'd be fun just to make a kind of witchy cat who's got a very snazzy silver hat. I've got some silver glittery card which I've used to make his hat.
Cool.
So I'm just going to cut out my last few elements.
Sam's loving your top today, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It is very cool.
We need big jumpers on at the moment. It's cold.
It is very cold. It's almost changed in the matter of days, isn't it?
I know. Right. So we got a hat. To run that through again because that hasn't pressed through very well.
Okie
Sometimes when you get a thicker card, especially this glittery card, it doesn't
It needs a bit
always
of
want
extra.
to. Yeah. I'm just gonna, and that's the bonus of having stuck your die down with tape. Is it's still in the
It's in
exact
the-
same
yeah.
position, so you can put it back through.
Nice.
Still doesn't want to cut.
Yum.
There we go, we got him. Right, so cat and hat. Got the bat. Right. Now the witchy cat is going to need a broomstick. So I've just got some brown cardstock for that one.
Sam says she can't believe how cold your top plate is and it still works.
This is a fairly new one as well. I only started using it a couple of weeks ago.
Oh. Hold that down for you.
Okay, got witchy broom, and then we'll add a couple of little stars as well, just for a bit of extra colour. So there's the die that comes with this one will cut out two stars.
Cool.
But I've also got, really just for essence of time, I've also got another star from a different die set. This was a star from, and I made the space rocket card for a boy.
Yes. Yeah.
So
That's
that's
cool.
the star from that die set. So you could mix and match to a few extra elements. Just do those three
Lovely.
for today. Right, now I need to clear my space because there's too much mess
It's
now.
card and dies everywhere.
Yeah. I quite like to do die cutting on the floor at home because
Do
I like to
you?
kind of spread stuff out. I've got a desk, but I find I need to sit on the floor to.
Spread it all out.
Yeah. Right, so again, just going to use my glue pen to stick my elements down, and I'm just going to build it up. So we're going to put the broomstick on first, followed by the cat sitting on it, and then the hat on top.
Troy, thanks for your comments about die cutting machines. Sam popped a question into the comments there asking what everybody's using, and Troy has the Big Shot. Had the normal Big Shot, but she gave that to her niece, and she's thinking about getting one of the tiny ones now.
Oh.
For using small dies. Great thought there, Troy. And of course there's a couple that are new to the market recently. I'm sure Sam will pop a link for you, and you can have a look at what you like.
Right, so the cat. Stick that on.
We'll get a bit stuttery now on the old signal.
We've obviously been talking too long.
No such thing.
Right, stick my stars down. Oops. Now then, where is our last bat gone?
Oh no.
Lost a bat.
What happened?
He's here somewhere.
There he is.
That's not him.
Ah.
Oh, there he is, yep. Good spot. Yeah.
Oh, it reminds me of the cat here reminds me of a TV program or a book.
Bewitched.
Yes, that's it. Bewitched.
She would turn into a cat.
Yes, that's it.
So, there we have it.
Awesome. That's such a
You can
fun, friendly, and it
see.
sits up and everything.
It will sit up, so you could have it sitting on your mantelpiece if you wanted to.
Love it. How fun and fairly simple to do.
Yeah.
I mean, it took a bit of time because of the die, all the different die pieces.
Yeah,
but
it's
actually
really just doing the die cutting, and once you know how. I mean, the
Exactly.
scoring wasn't difficult either. It was
It
literally
really wasn't.
three lines, and you can see. You know, it
Yes.
was really easy, and you can
So
make so many
effective.
different designs with
Yeah.
it. It's great for Christmas coming up, as you said.
Exactly.
Birthdays, any kind of holiday where you want to make a special card. You know, you can make a new baby
Yeah,
card
that's what I was thinking.
and have, you know, different kind of baby elements
Yeah.
on there. Anything, you know, sky's the limit when it comes to
Yeah,
this
absolutely,
sort of thing.
that kind of design. Really love it. Thank you, Sophie. That's amazing. Thanks so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Hope you guys like that. If you did, again, give us some thumbs up and some love. Tell us in the comments below. Troy says she loves it. It's so simple but very effective. We completely agree. Thank you so much for watching us, everybody, and sticking with us as well. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like I said, give us some love, share with your friends and family. Come back next week, next Wednesday at 10 a.m. for our Halloween special craft along. And we wish you a very wonderful weekend. Do go along to our YouTube channel as well if you want any more tips and tricks. Yeah, have a wonderful weekend. Thanks very much. We'll see you next week. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.